to produce a lot better results is the Durham Lady Lords, and that's a much happier note for local sports fans. After 2 or 3 very poor years when they managed just a couple of wins, already the Lady Lords have 2 wins this season and are 2-2. And under former men's coach Ernie Rainbow, the program at Durham College is starting to turn around. Goal Line's Ken Babcock took some time out recently to talk to the coaches and players on the Durham Lady Lords.
I'm Ken Babcock. Joining me today is head coach Ernie Rainbow of the Durham College Women's Basketball Lords. And we're going to talk basketball, women's basketball, for the next little while. Coach Rainbow, 1993-94, I guess, has brought about a change in, I guess, the tempo, the caliber of women's basketball. Just 4 wins to speak of the last 3 years in Division I. And this year we're already with 2 wins, a record of 2-3. How do you feel so far about the season as far as we've seen this far?
Pretty good, Ken. As you know, it's taken a long time for the women's program, not only at Durham but across Ontario, to start to build and get recognition. And I think we're starting to do that. The caliber of athletes that are coming out of the high school are well coached fundamentally, and it's showing in OCAA basketball with the caliber that we're getting into the schools.
You know, basically a 2-3 record now. We're sitting in 4th place as a college in the OCAA standings. You've seen all the competition now across the league, across the province. Who would you say are the top teams right now going into the second half, I guess, as we head into the Christmas break?
If you take a quick look at the standings, Fanshawe, who we just played not too long ago, have an excellent ball club, well coached. They have some talented shooters. Also, Humber and Seneca fall into the same boat. I think we're a club that when we get to our potential where we can play, can be up there with them as well.
That's great. One of the things we've looked at this year, obviously scholarships playing a big part now of OCAA women's basketball. A bit of history, I guess. 3 years ago, Durham College was faced with a choice to make a decision with, I guess, the Division II league dissolving, whether to keep the women's basketball program. The athletic department at Durham decided they wanted to keep women's basketball without a doubt, have, I guess, taken their lumps at the Division I level. We're now at the competitive stage. What do you see as a future for women's basketball at Durham College?
I think the future's looking good, Kenny. I think with the introduction of scholarships, it makes it a lot easier for coaches and the athletic department to go out and talk to athletes. Also, with the renovations of the gymnasium, with the new floor, the clocks, etc., bringing people in and showing them the high caliber, not only the basketball, but the type of show that the athletic department puts on, which is high caliber and it's first rate.
And as far as we can see so far, the crowds have been great here. Many fans. It's catching on in the Durham region at the high school level, especially with basketball. The NBA coming to Toronto will bring a new, I guess, altitude of basketball in this area. And we want to wish you the best of luck with the rest of your season heading in, and we'll see more of your program and your team on Rogers Community 10 throughout the year.
Thanks very much. Thanks, Ken.
With us in the middle of practice right now, joining us and taking a bit of a break and a breather, I guess, right now in the complex is Julie Goodhouse, center for the Durham Lady Lords in her first year, or freshman year. And we'll talk to her and another player from the Lady Lords about their season, how we can see things progressing for the rest of the year. Julie, a long way from Smith Falls, Ontario. You played your high school ball at Smith Falls District High. What can you see as some of the changes from playing high school ball, where you had a very competitive team, and now as Durham tries to take their program to the next level, and you being a key part of this, how can you see the level or competition across the league now that you've seen it in general?
Competitive-wise, it's really good, and I think that we're going to be a strong contender this year.
Well, you can see it's coming from a program that's been struggling the last little while. The addition of yourself and some of the first-year players, as well as a couple of recruits we'll have next year. Personally, how have you enjoyed the season so far, traveling across the province?
Yeah, it hasn't been too bad.
I guess not too bad. Leading the league in scoring, 25 points a game. Perhaps give the audience an idea of what your goals are the rest of the year and for the team.
Hopefully we can take it to nationals. We're definitely a contender this year with everyone else in the league. Once we get our act together and straighten out the ripples, we'll be all right.
That's great. And obviously the national championships this year in Lethbridge, Alberta, and obviously next year there's a chance it'll move back to Quebec. Those are goals we've all looked for, and obviously a big part of that would be making the playoffs this year, something the team hasn't done in 3 years. But certainly, Julie, you'll be a big part of it, as some of the other key players in the team. And we want to wish you the best of luck with that throughout the season. Julie, any recruits possibly your way that are thinking college ball that the college-university level of basketball is slowly growing together now. How would you probably compare some of the athletes, and are there any athletes down in the Ottawa Valley area that may be interested coming this way, college-wise?
I'm not sure about that one. Definitely there's a lot of contenders down there that could play college ball, no problem.
That's great. And obviously the caliber ball in your area, Smith Falls being an offset-bound team most regularly, both boys and girls, and a basketball hotbed, it sure has been great to see someone like yourself come to Durham and I guess show your talents and skills, and not only in the gymnasium, but in the classroom as well. And how can you relate to, I guess, school, college life? How have you found the college life aspect of it?
No, it's been fun.
So far?
So far.
Good. And what we're looking for basically the rest of the year is a 500 season, a playoff bound, hopefully, and I think you're a big part of it. And I'll let you get back to practice here.
Thanks.
All righty. Jennifer, an Anderson Collegiate graduate, locally from Whitby, not too far away. Jennifer, what made you decide to come to Durham College and pursue both a basketball collegiate career and also academics?
Well, I decided to come to Durham College because of the ECE program, and then I was placed in a job and I realized that it wasn't the field I wanted to go into, but I still continued to come here and take general arts and science.
Oh, terrific. A graduate of Anderson Collegiate, as everyone knows now, had a very successful year locally in high school ball with the girls program, and perhaps a channel now from Anderson to here as a graduate. What do you see as your goals for this season as a player with the women's program?
Well, we want to win. Just work hard and just build our team. Like, everybody's new, and so we just want to build.
And in fact, we do have a very young team, and Jennifer actually seeing some quality time, and our viewing audience will see that in the upcoming Rogers broadcast on Community Tana game against Fanshawe, and some quality time you've seen. I guess Coach Rainbow's really put an emphasis on using his bench. Everybody's seeing a lot of playing time, and you think that's going to be a bonus down the road, I think, experience?
So we have a lot of strong players. Our team's very strong. We have a lot of potential. It's just we have to work hard in order to get our goals met.
Well, that's great. I appreciate that. I'll let you get back to practice here, and thanks for taking time out on goal line. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks very much to Ken Babcock for that report, and our apologies to assistant coach Mike Duggan. We'll have that interview that Ken Babcock did with Mike in the very near future, and best of luck to the Lady Lords in the second half of the season. Monday, December the 13th is our next edition of Goal Line. It's a very special one. It's a live call-in show here on Rogers Community 10. I'll be here taking your calls with Brian Legree and Dave Gilbert of Goal Line, and perhaps we'll have a special guest or two, a surprise guest that night as well. Be sure to make sure that date, Monday, December the 13th, from 8 to 9 p.m., you'll be able to call in live here on Goal Line for our very special edition number 14, a live show. Looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun, and give us a call. That's our show for this week. Thanks very much for tuning in once again. I'm Roger Lajoie. We'll see you next time on Goal Line.